What's up, you guys? We are back with Sister Sundays. It's been a little minute. It's been a long minute. I'm lying. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
But things have happened, and we are back. We are better. And we're ready to really get into some stuff. Our topic today is relationships. We have some really bomb guests. Miss Evie is in the building. Miss Bria. And my good sis Key. That's what I'm talking about. Since we doing all the okay. And honestly, you know, we really got to give a round of applause to Key because it's the morning time and she's up and she was here on time.
Thank you, sis, for coming.
She was just really here for real.
I'm
and Evie is a whole pregnant. And we got Martinelli's in the back for her. So we're about to get into it, y'all. It's a vibe. And, you know, Janine, y'all know me. Y'all know
Jazz the Realtor. And Asia Ali.
And we are
Sister Sundays.
So we're going to get into it. But first, I want to let the girls kind of introduce themselves a little bit because we know them, but y'all might not. So we'll start with Key.
Hey, y'all. Miss Key, Kiana Barfield, real estate extraordinaire, entrepreneur, all things bags.
All things.
Period.
I call her Key Dollars, so I mean
Key Dollars. That's her name. I love it. Affectionately known as
Key
I
Dollars.
appreciate you asking me to be here today.
Yeah.
so glad to have her.
Right?
I'm Bria of Be Better Brand. I do business branding. I specialize in making logos, web design, business cards, etc. I'm super happy to be here.
My logo is done by Bria.
And she made my website.
Okay. Just a little peep.
Okay.
We all.
Sips mimosa. We don't know how to act on this damn camera.
Right.
I'm Evie. I'm a teacher. I'm also a landlord of a few properties.
Yes.
Okay. That's a little bit about me.
Okay. Basically, we have a little bit of some questions like that we're gonna run through. But like I said, our topic is relationships, and we're gonna get into it. Some of the questions are gonna be some questions I know that girls just sit around and talk about at home.
Or on the phone.
While we're on the phone,
Or with your best friend.
or with your
Or at
best
the
friend,
bar.
or at the nail salon,
Or anywhere you want
anywhere you want it.
In front of niggas.
Might have to peep a couple of them too. I know y'all gonna be watching. So, first question: could you ever be friends with a significant other's ex?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like your husband's ex-girlfriend.
I feel like I could be cordial because we're all grown here, but I mean, as far as a friendship, we don't need to do all that. I don't think that's necessary. In my opinion.
I definitely don't think I'm running around with you.
Yeah.
We could speak, but I'm not gonna be running the town with you.
In the
I
streets.
mean, me personally, I'm not into making any new friends right now. But
in general,
I mean, yeah, like Bria was saying, you know, just being cordial, having, you know, common respect. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm friends with one of my exes, like baby's moms. Like we're good friends, and I think we were cool while we were dating too.
Right.
okay.
Not hanging out or anything like that.
Yeah.
but we're-
Cordial.
Yeah, cordial.
Mutual respect.
Now my husband's baby's mom.
Child.
Said,
That
child.
we gonna have to pray for an intervention with that one.
Okay, take a second
Yeah,
for
we
prayer.
gotta pray for intervention with that one. Yeah, but any of his exes, yeah. I don't
Okay.
really, yeah, I don't really mind.
I kind of feel the same way. Like I kind of feel like at the end of the day, I'm not beefing with you because he's mine, and you had him, and now I have him, and so I mean we could be cool. Hey girl. But in the back of my mind, I just kind of feel like I'm petty a little bit. So in the back of my mind, I kind of feel like even when I am friends with you, I'm going to be thinking, girl, I got your man. I got your man.
And I'm doing it better.
And I'm doing it better. And whatever you're saying now,
I
it's
look
not
better.
working.
I'm better. I'm
Bigger and better.
Key, what do we be saying? I look better than you. I'm better than
I
you in
sound
life.
better.
Everything's just better.
I think that friendship is and friends, that's a I think we misuse that word.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Come on.
Minister Key.
I don't think
'Kay.
friendship, but from woman to woman, yes. Hi, how are you? You know, if there's kids involved, we always want to try to have the best relationship
Right.
that we
Right.
can with
Yeah,
them, that is
absolutely.
interacting with our
Absolutely.
children.
Absolutely.
So, you know, always want to keep it respectful and classy. I don't believe in all that beefing with a chick over a dude. 'Cause that's-
Absolutely not.
It's,
No,
it's whack.
never.
It is what it is at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he made his choice. We don't need to argue.
What are we arguing about?
Right. Okay. I think we're all on the same page on that.
Okay. Next case.
all right.
Next
so
case.
next
Cordial.
question, y'all. What are some boundaries you would set with your man's family?
I mean, what kind of boundaries are we talking about?
You know, they could be in your business boundaries. They could be telling you what to do with
Just
your
boundaries.
kids. Boundaries.
I know
Or-
I've had to set some boundaries in my own relationship because I feel like nowadays guys are mama boys. And they like to be mama boys. And, you know, moms are okay with that. They suffer. I feel like they like stifle their sons, you know? And so I feel like I've had to set boundaries in the sense like, okay, your mom can't like blow my phone up. Like your mom cannot blow my phone up looking for you, talking about is he okay? Like ask me if I'm all right. Shit, you know, like ask me if I'm okay. Cause at a certain point it was kind of like she just called to ask me about him. And I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of want us to have a separate relationship. So I did have to kind of set those boundaries if anybody can relate to that. Yeah.
In my experience, there were no boundaries and I at all. And so, it was definitely a learning experience for me. And I know that moving forward, I know that I will be creating my own boundaries. And then I'll also enforce that, you know, whoever my significant other is going to be, that they have boundaries and that we respect each other's boundaries, because that was a hot ass mess.
Okay, what you?
I'm sorry. I was just gonna chime in.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because I was gonna say, I think that when you're in a relationship and it's serious, that you shouldn't be telling your family, like when you guys get into it.
Absolutely.
Like
I
find
think
a
that's
friend
key.
that you can confide in.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Because
just
your family's
boundaries.
not gonna.
I
your
failed at
family's
that.
not gonna forget that.
No, and
So,
that's
yeah, they're not
and
gonna
family is
forget
gonna
that.
have an attitude on the side, and you could be like, okay, but I don't have an attitude. This is my man,
Yes.
and you got attitude more than me. Calm down.
And it
sis.
absolutely can't be your mom. Like I can understand you getting certain, you know, relationship advice from your parents,
Right.
but getting into details and specifics is not like really needed.
And it's not their business.
At the end of the day.
Because they're gonna be looking at, like, when he comes in or she comes in, they're gonna be
Everything.
looking at him like,
I know that.
yeah, right.
I
or
learned.
if something's flipped.
Well, I'm that cousin. So if one of my cousins tells me something about their boyfriend, and I see him, I'm just gonna be looking like,
It's always the side eye and the,
Yeah.
I'm about to beat your
You're
ass.
definitely gonna get this side eye though.
honestly, you're gonna get the side eye
Unless
from
they
me.
be like,
So I just don't even
Don't tell
my
me
cousins
shit.
that- Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
It's up and it's
Especially
stuck.
these two,
It's
I
up
go,
and it's
yeah,
stuck.
I'm that friend too, because I'll be like,
Yes, you are that
what's your
friend.
I'm not
name?
the friendly homegirl.
No,
No, you fucked
Not.
up. It's up there. Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Bria?
Okay.
Key.
Moms, that's like off limits. You
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Moms-
it's hard when
moms
it's a
is off
mom.
limits, and I think ultimately the boundary comes from him.
For sure.
He sets the boundary for
He should.
the family. He should. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just gotta be mindful what you say, because with both sides of the family, because when you're not mad anymore, they're still mad.
Absolutely.
And so you
Facts.
just have to be mindful.
They're not forgetting
about
what you
that.
told them 6 months
No.
ago.
Yeah.
Not your family that loves you and knows you.
No.
No.
And his family too, because
Yeah,
at the end of
same-
the
same
day,
way.
all the same things they're telling you.
They're telling him.
her,
Yep.
her, the other one.
The other one. Can you add some music on that part? Like throw a song in there.
They
Right.
don't never have no loyalty to you.
Right.
At the end
I
of the
should
day.
have cheated.
Bria,
Right,
I know
that song.
Bria, I know me and you have had
First of all-
conversations about setting boundaries.
Yeah.
in your relationship with family members?
Right. So I learned to just keep it easy. I don't really disclose too much. I just try to coast, because
Right.
it can get real ugly real fast when it comes to
That's
family
one thing
members.
about Bria, y'all. You will never know what the hell is going on with Bria, okay? You might think you know, but you don't.
Honestly, I just learned that at a younger age, you've been then told your business, and then, like you guys said, you're over it, and they're still holding a grudge or looking at it sideways or bringing it up in other conversations.
Right.
And it's just like, if you know you're going to be with the person anyway, there's just really no point in putting yourself out there like that. At some point, you got to put on your big girl panties and just kind of
Handle your business.
Handle your
every
business
now
and
then
choose your
you'll need
battles.
to
Handle
vent,
your
but
scandal.
obviously, keeping it in house. And I mean, when it comes to the family, always be respectful. But I try to keep a distance, like you guys say, because what baby, they're telling her, like she said, they're doing the same thing with everyone who comes through. You just don't know exactly. You never
What's
can be
being
too
said.
sure.
Yeah,
Right? It's all in
literally.
your face, and then
Period.
the other females coming on.
Yeah, their
behind the
loyalties with their
scenes.
people. I
Yeah,
get it.
Literally.
So,
That's it.
I mean,
It's
their
simple as
loyalty
that.
is with them. And
Literally.
So just keep it cute. Put it on mute. That's all I said.
Or get the boot.
So it's the
Okay.
man's job.
It's the
Set
man's job.
The
That's-
boundary.
We're all agreeing. It's the man's job to set the boundaries. If he's not setting the boundaries and you even have to, there's already a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, 'cause
If
I
he's
just wanna
not
say
setting
less.
boundaries, he just don't care about
I
you.
just
As a
want to
woman,
say
don't
less.
be
I don't
overly
feel like.
dramatic. Run into your friends if you
Girl.
know that you're gonna get back with that person. Like,
Girl.
at that point, it's just
Well,
dumb.
get the healing because that's the path I'm on right now. Because
Yeah.
I'm not
Period.
trying to take that in the future. But next question:
Okay, we moving on, y'all.
Do
Moving
you
on.
think you've experienced true love, and are you still with the person? Shit, my heart went down. Girl, I don't know what that was about. That was some goofy shit. Somebody else go. And then-
I'll go. Have I experienced true love? No.
well,
She said, forget the rest of the question.
No. When you think you do, you think you're in love, but then you be like, damn, I wasn't in love.
true.
So, no, I want to experience it. Yes. Have I? No. So.
Y'all are so funny.
Because, oh,
Well, I was gonna say yes. I do think that I've experienced true love,
Obviously.
and I'm still with that person.
Right.
amen.
And I
Amen.
think it's all really just about keeping your relationship between you and that person. It's about the fact that, okay, we're dedicated to being together and this is what we want to do. Like,
Exactly.
no relationship's going to work unless both people want to be in it.
Word.
So
I
it's
agree.
just like
Right.
at the end of the day, that's what we live by. Even when we first started dating, we didn't even tell anyone that we were dating. We're just like trying to get to know one another. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I need you to post me on social media. I need you to do this. It wasn't about that. So it needs
Right.
to be between those two people. You have to really enjoy that person's company.
Right. Show that ring, girl. Show
Yeah,
that
I
ring.
definitely agree with that. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm not even gonna lie, we have a very hard time with commitment.
Yeah.
We have a very hard time with commitment. Our mind is that I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it with who I want to do it with. Period. But I feel like when I find a person that I can spend every day with and just kick it with and just chill with, that's when I'll fall in love with you. Because I'm not really like a big like emotional person. Not emotional, but I would say like just like really super like putting my relationship out there or like kind of doing like public displays of affection, stuff like
Right,
that.
got it.
I'm just not like that.
It's more
So,
intimate.
It's more intimate to me. I'd rather just sit down and like have deep conversations with you and like really kick it with you. You know, if I can bring you around my family, that's when I'll really start to fall in love with you. It's like when we could really be homies for real. And I feel like I've experienced true love. I feel like I've experienced true love.
Okay. Was that a lot?
I had to take a little second.
Are you with that person?
I'm glad you let
I
that
had to
Is
take a
this
little
true
second.
love right now?
I had to feel like a little second. I had to take a little second. But to be honest with you, you know, I am in love, but I feel as though every day is different. And I feel like how I am, I feel like, I don't know, love is hard, you know? My grandma always says that if you can make it through the first 7 years with a person, then y'all can make it a lifetime. And right now I'm on 3.
That's 7. It's hard.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all, it's hard, you know, like you be
I
really
say
wanting,
5.
you be looking at a
Yeah.
man and you be like, oh, I'll kill you. You know, I can kill you.
I
in
did
your
the 7
sleep.
years.
Yeah, it's hard. You made the 7 years.
I did. Okay, so yeah, I did experience what I thought was true love. Well, I will say I did love. I actually still have love for that person, but I did experience it. I'm not with the person, but I still have love and well wishes and respect for that person. So yeah,
That's good that you still can have that.
yeah.
I feel like I would say I've experienced true love. It's always, I guess, you know, when you experience something that makes you feel differently, that obviously can change your opinion. But
Right.
in the moment, I would say that I have experienced true love. I am still with the person. It's gotten ugly, like real ugly, but we still like
Yeah.
have taken the time to like learn each other through our phases. Because I do believe that people go through phases, and
Definitely.
you know, you're always trying to evolve and learn and be, you know, better.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like if you're willing to take the time to kind of re-meet the person and be patient and really hear each other out and, you know, figure out what it is that our problems or hiccups and obstacles in your relationship, and then
You truly have to like learn how to love different
Literally.
people. Like you can't love the same on the same like different people. So
Well,
I
you
think
can't.
that's-
You can't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're-
You can't love somebody the way you want to be loved.
Right.
You
Right.
have to love them
For
how
who they are.
How
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
want to be loved.
Yes.
And
I agree.
I recommend reading the 5 love languages, because all of our love languages are different, and so that's where you come into the
Yeah,
problems. of
you
trying
have to find
And
that
everybody-
other person's love language.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody don't come from the same love.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
That's the other thing, is that I have noticed that as I get older, it's really about how you were raised, and how you were loved on is how you are going to love. Like how
Right.
people have loved
Yeah.
on you is how you're going to show love.
Right.
And sometimes, I mean, you know, I've had to teach a little bit, you know, and I think in any relationship and in any situation, you're going to teach your man, you're
Yeah.
teaching your
That's
man,
healthy.
you know? And I think that when I got into my relationship, we had so many like ups and downs because we were like fighting each other in regards to like how we both wanted to be treated. I think once we got over that hurdle, you know, we've been great, because it's kind of just like, okay, I understand how you
Right.
move. I understand how you want me to do things. I understand how you want me to talk to you, and it's vice versa. So we love each other the way we each need, not the way that we want to be loved. And I
Got
think that
it.
that's important. So yeah, I agree with you, Key,
And,
with the
and
word.
knowing that that has to be built.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
that's not
just
going to come
something
easy.
that's just gonna come. I think
Yeah.
people are like, they see how other people are operating, they see how other relationships are going, they're like, oh, I want that. Let's try to do it the way they're doing it.
Right.
No, do
Absolutely
it how
not.
it works for y'all.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
one thing
Right.
that's like, do what works for your relationship.
Right.
People can have all types of
Whatever,
ideas
yeah.
or opinions about
Suggestions,
your relationship. Like,
yeah.
oh, I wouldn't put up with that.
Right.
Well, you're single.
But
so-
you're
Right. Or you single,
Girl, you
and
ain't got
still
no
dealing
man,
with
so-
the nigga
Yeah.
that still been okay.
Yeah, girl, you ain't got a man,
chill.
so just stop. You don't get no
But we
opinion,
only
girl.
see what people show us.
Exactly,
Right.
that
We
part.
don't see what they
And
allow
people
us.
are only
People do
gonna
what they do.
allow
Girl,
you-
you're
right.
single, so
Yeah.
this doesn't apply.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Consider the source when you're taking relationship advice. Like
That
if I
part.
need relationship advice, I go
I'm
to
not
my
just
parents.
going to any and
My parents
everybody.
have been married for almost 40 years. If
Right.
I need relationship advice, I go to somebody that I know from in church.
The
Who's
expert.
been through
Yeah.
something. I'm not going to my peer who's exactly where I'm at because I'm not going to get the relationship advice that I
That's
need.
a word
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Bria, were you finished? Did you have anything you were
No, yeah.
gonna add to that? Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
This one's kind of funny. What is the most desperate thing you have done while being single?
Okay, I'm gonna go first, girl.
Okay. Let it
Okay.
rain.
Let it-
Clear it
let
out.
Clear it out.
Let it rain.
Tell
Like
it.
honestly, the most desperate thing I could have done, and that I did, and that I'm doing.
I am dead that I did and that I'm doing.
currently doing.
I gotta hear this shit.
Let's go back
I
to
gotta
my
hear this.
ex.
Okay.
That's desperate.
Listen, here's my thing. I feel like
She
in
said the XX.
yeah. Okay,
X'd
I
out.
yeah. To be honest with you, I'm like, dang. Because I feel like all girls go back to their ex when we're single and we ain't got nothing going on and I don't want to talk to nobody new. I'm dialing the number to get you back on the line. But I feel like, to me, though, I kind of feel like once we've gone there, and if I'm single and you're single, I could call you whenever. That's not desperate. That's me calling you.
Period.
And you already know it's good with me.
But
so
you're
you need to
telling
come
us
on.
What's the most desperate thing you did?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it?
And I
Answer
think
the
that
Desperate.
She's not even trying to answer the question.
She ain't trying to answer the question. But
Okay.
What's the most desperate thing you done did?
you know, what's the most desperate thing I've done is that I knew my ex. I was like, single, and my ex had left me for this girl, and I was pissed. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was hot. I was like, what does this girl got that I don't have? I was young, and I was stalking both of their Snapchats, and I pulled up where they were one time. I pulled up where they were, and
Handle
I was
your
like,
scandal.
"What's going on? What's going on?" And he was like, "What are you doing?
Why are you here?
I was like, you were with me last week." And he was like, "But I'm single, so I could be with you last week and I could be with her today." And I just was like, "Uh-oh."
Damn.
You don't have a response.
Right.
So I had to just go ahead and leave. But
Would you do it again?
no.
Okay.
Hell no.
She's evolved. She's
I've
grown
evolved.
now.
I'm grown. But at the
Child.
I was young, but like I'm saying, like I was just very upset. And I was like, damn, you leave me for her. I mean, it wasn't about her. You know what I'm saying? But I know that now. But when I was young, I was just like, dang, what is this girl that I have that I don't have? I was obsessed with trying to figure out why you would leave me for her. And I was
That's
like,
fair.
yeah, I'm just being
I understand.
honest, and I was like stalking the girl's Snapchat, stalking his Snapchat, and I was like, oh,
We've
y'all
been
at
there.
dinner? I was like, oh, y'all at dinner? Okay.
You
Yep.
pulled up.
Oh, I pulled up.
like,
I
what it
pulled
do?
up. I pulled
Baby
up.
boo.
I pulled up.
Oh, hey.
I said, oh, hey.
I'll have
And-
a lobster tail.
Yeah, and the girl was like, what is she doing here? Like, she was like, you're so crazy. Like, you're just crazy. And I was like, girl, I am. But I would never do that. Looking back on that, I'm like, Janine, that was not right.
Girl, that's your shit. You did what you
We
had to
live
do.
and we learn.
That's
We
some
live and
Monica
learn.
shit. She was kicking down doors. So
Come to smack the
one of
chick.
the most desperate things I've done while single, is when you're not getting consistent dick on a regular,
Wow.
you do what you gotta do. So you gotta pull up on whoever you gotta pull up on. You might have to go through the contact list and you know what I'm saying, arrange an old school entanglement or some shit like that. So
Have some
It's-
flashbacks,
I guess-
right?
dick deprived and depression, desperate, all of it coincided in one.
All of that is together.
Yeah,
in there.
pulling up on an old fling and doing what I had to do. So
That's that XX.
and then be disappointed.
Just disappointed
like
in
this weak
yourself.
ass.
Like
Okay.
this man, I know
Yeah.
damn
So-
well
It's like
shouldn't
I
be
know I
with
have
this
more
man.
morals than this, right?
Child. So
I know dang well I
that's
shouldn't be
my
with
that's
this
my
man.
truthy. That's what I got for you guys. Real life though.
I'm curious.
Okay, you guys, I'm very prideful. So as far as desperate,
You're like, I'm not going there.
I don't. If I'm done with you after I've been
You're
done
done.
with you, I'm done.
Okay.
So I don't double back because there's already something that I know I'm not about to deal with.
Right.
Period.
But I will say, like, my
Me too.
first ever love, like, it was very hard, like, getting over that. Like, I will say it. And I was just like, am I retarded?
You're like, what's wrong with me?
Desperate to the point where one time, listen, y'all, I was young. This is so
here goes the tea.
stupid. But I was just like, I had like text from another phone. It was almost like Stampede in the Gorge. Jimmy's down there. I'm like, just to see like, oh, does he still care? Like, oh, Jimmy's in danger, you know.
You said Evie's in danger,
That
your
was
cousin.
Like,
Did he pull up?
I-
Like something's
yes,
going on?
but it was just dumb. Like,
You said,
it was
what
just
you
dumb.
doing? You said you
Yes.
texted him. He said, who is this to text me? I don't know. My cousin
Something's
Frank.
going on with Evie. You gotta get there now.
That was desperate.
Harry Craig's in trouble. We
Yeah.
gotta go.
I'm
It-
dead.
It was desperate. I would never do that.
I'm done. I am done.
Not Stampede in the Gorge, but yeah.
Not Stampede in the Gorge. He said, get down here quick.
I think
probably the desperate. I don't know, desperate. But I told somebody I was getting their name tatted.
Ooh,
And
that's
so-
deep right
'cause he
there.
was like not talking to me, and I was like, I'm about to get your name tatted. And I
You said, talk to me.
This has to happen.
You said we gotta be
like,
together.
I love you. Like, I'm gonna show you.
Please,
that it's
this is
real.
real.
Yeah, so I went and got a tattoo, and what was fucked up, what was messed up was that
We grown.
he pulled up to see, and I was getting a tattoo. It just had absolutely nothing
To do
with him. But it was the bait enough that we were
It worked.
still good. After.
Perfect.
The bait. It was good
Yeah.
enough.
I'm talking about perfect.
Real deal player here, but
Real
you
deal
know,
player.
Yeah.
Real damn pimp.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Don't try this at home. You know.
Please don't.
Got you.
I guess I would say just doubling back.
It's the double bag.
Double back.
It's that XX.
I gotta do something real
Just
fast.
doubling back. Just
I don't
doubling
even.
back.
I don't even. I'm trying to see something. I don't even
So
fuck
what
with
do you
you.
guys feel about that, like that doubling back and someone having that access to you?
It's awful.
Because
It's
I-
That's
Oh,
terrible. You're
I'm
looking
gonna-
at yourself
Here,
like, do I even
say
care
this.
about myself?
I'm gonna
I don't
say
even fuck
this.
with you
For
like
me,
that.
it's only one person. It's one guy. It's one person. It's nobody else that I'm doubling back to.
Me
If
too.
I ever double backed, it would only be one person I would be doubling back to.
The guy I'm doubling back to, he know where we stand. And it's
Yeah, I feel like the guy.
But I do feel
So you're
ashamed
not
of
expecting
myself.
anything else but that double back.
Oh,
for
he
that
already.
one
That's
day.
what I said. You already know what's good with me.
You're a double back. Rebound.
You're a double back.
You're a
just
double back.
backer.
Rebound.
Stop. You already know. You're a,
It's a
double
DD.
backer.
It's a DD appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A DDB appointment.
I feel like
Okay.
people double back too because they
Double
double
back
back
D.
see where the person's at in life. Like you're like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
single. We're single.
Yeah. What are
you
you
got
doing?
going
What
on
you got
right
going
now?
on?
It's a
Yeah.
fallback.
Yeah.
He's always
Oh,
gonna
I'm
catch
cool.
it.
That's fair. Cool. You're not
You hear me?
even-
It's a
He's always
homeboy.
gonna catch it.
It's a
He's always gonna
homeboy.
Okay,
At
so
this
next
point.
question, ladies. Does waiting to have sex make a difference? How long have you had to wait before, or
How
were
long
you
have
ever
waited?
celibate, or you know?
I'm gonna say right now it don't matter. It really don't. I think that call me whatever you want to call me, but it don't. I feel like number one, I have gone a year without having sex with a nigga, and that nigga done turned into some BS. I've had my current relationship. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. My current relationship, I had sex the first time that we hung out. But I knew him prior to that. But I had sex the first time that we hung
You
out.
busted down?
And we've been together ever since. But I've never had nobody ghost me, okay? So at the end of the day,
Oh no.
I feel like
never.
Yeah,
that.
the ghost is out of
the
pocket.
ghost, you're not ghosting me.
I do the
Established like it's
ghosting.
just one time.
Yeah, unless
not
I'm
go.
telling you that this is a one-time thing. Even the people that, let me just be quiet.
Just shut your mouth. You're giving too much ism on
Let
this
me just be quiet
podcast.
because I'm gonna give y'all too much. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it matters. I do think that it's up to the woman though, and I feel like that's your choice. I feel like you can have someone great and have them wait, and you can also have someone great and not wait. I mean, you could be pregnant before you get married, whatever the case may be, and it can still be an amazing relationship. Like Evie said earlier, it really just depends on who you're with, and it's about what you guys are trying to do and how you guys move and how you guys communicate. I think that when you establish respect for a person, it don't matter what you do, that person's gonna respect you. And
Agreed.
I'm gonna say your name, Jeremy. You know what's good with me.
Germs.
And you
I
respect
thought we weren't
me.
name dropping.
And the respect is real. I mean, I respect him wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? But he respect me. So at the end of the day, I feel like the respect level is there.
What's up?
And I feel like it was there before that, So I feel like when that happened, it didn't take it away or whatever. So I feel like
I'm
with
here.
my situation, don't.
I agree on everything my girl over here, my sister said. Janine. Period. Let's cheers to that.
Period.
Okay, let me cheer somebody. Y'all ain't about to be cheersing it up. Cheers.
Clink, clink.
Khadijah, aka Kiana. I'm interested in hearing
I'm
what you have to say.
interested.
I think it's really about chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That vibe.
Yeah, that vibe.
If you guys if it gets to that point where we're going there, it's going.
We're
It's
going
Get there,
Not stopping now.
I really do believe it's the chemistry. You know what I mean? When we're talking about waiting, or abstaining or whatever, I think it has to do with chemistry. I think that if you're looking for something long term, and you know that you're talking to someone and you're dating them maybe for marriage or, you know, for something that's going to last longer, I don't see anything wrong with waiting, because oftentimes relationships can be built off sex. And if they're built off sex, then it's not going to last.
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to it, if your sex life is great, then you're never going to really address the root of the
root of
problem,
any
because
issues.
you're just going to keep,
Having sex.
you know, having sex and using the sex as a band-aid
Right.
of the issue instead of, you know, working through whatever it is without having sex. So
Yeah.
I feel
it
you
just
on that
depends on
one,
who you're,
yes.
who you know, who, what, when, why, and how.
That's a word.
I agree.
Yeah, and you don't want to be pulling out all your stops on the first time. you
No,
do.
you don't.
So that's why it's like you want to do a gradual
Right.
release.
That's what I said. I think it just really depends,
A
you
gradual
know?
release of that freakiness, but I don't think that
Right.
I don't think that it matters as much, because it's like if it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad. If you're going to have sexual chemistry, it's going to be there. I don't necessarily think that just conversations lead to good sex.
Right.
Right.
No.
So if it's just like, oh, I'm spending all this time to get to know you, and then you whip it out, and I'm like, where's the rest?
Right. What's going
Or,
on
you
here?
know, something
Right.
it just don't work. Then it's
Dun,
just
dun,
like, dang, we have all this chemistry outside of this.
And then
now
what is
we
going
gotta
on
work
here?
What is going on here? Because
That's
now we got to work on
real.
this.
Yeah.
Feel.
Because
Yeah.
this isn't working.
That's- I'm outta here. I can't-
You're shitty. Like,
Right.
what am I to do with this?
That's
What am I supposed to do
That's
with
out.
this?
That's
You know
out.
what's bad though, and a lot of men, they don't know that they're not good at sex.
They do.
They don't.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
be
know
through
that.
yo,
don't
baby,
know.
you
But then
know.
if you try to say something,
don't know.
some men don't know. Some men don't know, and I'll tell you this:
They think
if you
because-
try to say something, wait.
No,
If
let
you-
me finish this thought,
She
because they think because they've had sex with so many women.
Preach.
Oh.
And they've had
Come
sex
on.
with so many women, and
Preach.
these women be like, "Oh yeah, he's
Preach.
wrong, he's doing this." That they're good at sex.
Okay.
but these
Okay.
women are not reaching that climax
No,
every
no, no, no,
time.
no.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna tell you what it is.
They're not
Women
reaching
have
their climax every
Hold
time.
on.
right, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Younger women, I'm gonna tell you another thing. I think a lot of women out here water down.
I got a cheers to that.
Okay.
Don't leave me out.
I think women have watered down situations. I think women have pumped niggas up and been like, "Ooh, it was good," and then they come get with a grown woman, and they're like trying to do that little shit, and it's like, no.
Who's doing that?
What's the little
It's
shit?
like, who's doing that?
Who's doing what?
Who's lying to
Who said
me?
Girl, these young girls are lying.
They are lying.
They're lying, girl.
That-
They're
They're
lying.
faking.
They're
He is
faking,
good
girl.
and it's
It's all
trash.
faking.
Clout.
Who's doing that?
They're faking, girl, and they're lying.
Why would someone do
Order,
that?
order.
They're lying and they're faking. But at the end of the day, when you come and you approach a real woman, you ain't turning on that little rag. You ain't talking about, let me give you a back rub. You ain't talking about, let me turn on
Oh no, my
Netflix.
husband! No! I'm going for the back rub every time.
She said, no, I'll take the back rub. That's your husband, though.
Every time, because I know where it's going.
No, that's your husband. But I'm talking about when you're first. Because I had a girlfriend. I won't say your name, boo. But she just told me that she went on a brand new date with a man.
It's like, I'm just kidding.
It was a brand new date. And she had never hung out with the man, and she walked in, and
He
the
turned
lights
the lights
were
off.
dim.
The lights
And
were
he
dim?
said, "Can I give you a back rub?" And she said, "Can you turn the lights on?"
Hold on, I
Turn the
can't
lights
see.
on. She was like, "I can't see nothing." She was like, "I don't want you touching me. I just met you. This is our first time hanging out. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on."
I thought you knew what time it was.
Yeah, he wanted to know what time it was, but it
I
wasn't
did.
that time.
So do
Run
you
up on her.
guys, if it's not good, do you guys try to like intercept? And
No,
It's a
I mean,
force.
let me. Everybody can speak.
It's a force. It's a force. I'm not going for the force.
Okay, let me answer the question. I'm actually talking to someone right now, and that is one of the things that he's really interested in getting to know me. And I've talked with Key about this, and she expressed some of the sentiments like, if it's based on sex, it could ruin everything. But we did cross that boundary. And he's like, okay, look, you need to make sure, you handle what you got going on, get that completely out. You know what I'm saying? The way. And, let's, strengthen our bond and get to know each other on a more,
Before we get to that.
in an intimate level that is not with sex. You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, when the time's right, we can dive back into that. But he wants to like, he literally like respects me like so much. And it like had me feeling some kind of way. I'm like, damn, have I just been dealing with fuck niggas? Like,
Yes.
what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, I got a nigga that's trying to respect me and my body and shit. Like,
You said
trying
wow.
to treat me right. Like, chill out, girl. Like, relax. How you doing today? What'd you do?
Drop them shoulders.
Like,
Well, and
you
he
know,
probably knows him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want
that's what. Yeah,
to
so
Yeah.
And I had conversations with his homeboys because they all know that he absolutely adores me, but they're like, Jazz, you got him tripping. You got him
He's
tripping.
in love.
But they're like, I don't know, like what's going on with that? So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just take
Period.
it slow or whatever. So yeah.
Ain't nobody
like, what you
ain't
said,
nobody
you
getting ghost over here, okay?
Oh, I done attacked him multiple
Period.
times. He's like,
Get
girl,
him down.
you crazy as hell.
You like that shit.
He does. That's why. Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
why
we're
we
gonna
had
have to
it.
keep these questions rolling. We're gonna have to move a little. We're
gonna keep it rolling, y'all.
because we are on a time limit.
Okay.
So here's our next question. Y'all ready? Which one is harder and why? Letting go, moving on, or starting all over? Me, it's the letting go part, and then everything else follows.
It's the letting go for
It's
me
letting
too.
go.
Letting
for
go.
me. It's letting go. I think for me, it's like so hard. I'd be like, ooh.
Honestly, for me, the letting go part is the what I thought in my head that we
Was
could
gonna
have
happen.
had.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest part. So I have to let go of that part. That
Yeah.
whatever I pictured in my head or what I thought was gonna happen, what we talked about, like all the shit, like that's the part.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Agree.
Well, when you let go, finally, you're excited to move on and start over. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, hold on, no, because I'm ready. I've learned, I've spent some time with myself. I'm
Right.
here now. I'm over that, and this is the new me. So that's always like an exciting phase of your life. So
Yeah.
I think letting go for sure.
And once you know you let go, it's like, wow.
The
I'm not
power.
even
The
thinking,
power,
like,
yeah.
okay, I can move on
I feel like
now.
those memes are true when they be like, girls just be getting fine after a breakup because we just be feeling like, okay, you want to leave me? Okay. I got it. It's good. You want to leave me?
Well, once I let go, it's not even about them no more.
No, it's about me.
Yeah, it's
I
about
don't
me.
even
And it's like I'm pouring
know you
into
like
me
that,
now.
bruh.
Yeah.
And I'm just not.
I never knew you. And
I
you really
never knew
me.
me. Right. I just be like, all right, don't talk to me when you see me. Act like you
it's,
don't.
it's good.
It's good.
You
But-
see me in the
excuse me.
street, homie, you don't know me.
Hey. Okay.
Period.
Alrighty, next question.
Oh, should you have the password to your significant other's phone?
You ain't having my password.
No.
That's dangerous.
No.
Toxic.
The
To be
fellas in
honest
the back
with you,
like,
I don't even. Here's my thing. This is like hella funny because I don't even be doing nothing, and I'll still like have my phone somewhere, and I'll wake up and like, and I'll be like, "Hey, was you looking at my phone? Like, what was you doing?" You know,
It's just
it's just
Your
in me.
conscience- it's like
My
old school,
It's just old school, Jimmy.
like habits.
So I be trying to be
Being on guard.
Yeah, I'd be off guard, but you know, I feel like I don't look through anybody's phone. I've honestly never looked through a boyfriend's phone before. Just
Oh.
because
I
I've
have.
never.
I'm not
I
gonna
have
front.
literally
I'm
not.
okay.
I've not one time.
I'm sliding.
I'm a little
I have not one time. Not one boyfriend's phone because I just feel like
Cap.
I. Right.
That's big cap.
I swear to
Big
God.
cap.
Cap.
Big cap.
I swear to God.
On God?
I,
Big cap?
on God. I
Okay.
have not. I have not checked.
Wow.
No.
Pull it up to events.
Put that on your daughter.
I'm pulling up to events.
You're not
I'm
checking
definitely
phone.
pulling up to events. I'm definitely pulling up to events. Now, what I will
Look,
do
her
is
crazy's just from 0
what
to 100.
Okay.
what I will do.
I understand some people just kill you.
Is I will be watching
Like,
your
oh, girl, yeah.
I will be watching your social media, but I have not checked no phone. I swear to God to y'all.
Boundaries.
Now, here's my thing about checking phones. I don't want my phone to be checked.
Okay.
Y'all ain't going to be
Well,
checking
then-
my phone. And so I just feel like I don't even want to open the door to
I understand
you
that.
want to check my phone. Me and you know who I'm with. Me and him.
You already
said his
named
name.
dropped
his
him.
name, whatever, but we don't check each other's phone. We don't do the phone
not doing
checking.
that phone
We're not doing that phone
I don't
checking.
think that you do it necessarily like, oh, it's to check your phone. But if
You did a glance.
If the
if I'm like, hey, oh,
She
so
did a
look at my
glance?
phone to
Okay.
see if so-and-so texts me.
Oh, yeah,
Something like
if it's something like that, that's fine. But I just
But
feel
I
like, to
always
be
have
honest
my
with you,
husband's stuff, like I
yeah.
have.
Well, I know his password.
Yeah.
Don't get. I know the password.
Oh,
can log
are you
in.
answering the question?
I'm answering the question. I know
Okay.
the password. I can log in if I want to. But I'm just saying,
It doesn't need to be like mandatory, but it also needs
Yeah.
to be what's in your phone,
Right.
To where.
And maybe
you
it's
think
maybe
that someone
because
doesn't
he's
need
always
the-
given me the password, which is why I've never gone through the phone, because I've just kind of been like, okay, you gave me the password, so obviously you're not doing nothing. I honestly feel though that, like, to be honest with you, I don't try to get myself into dirt. You know, guys are hard eyeing me, girls are hard eyeing you. I mean, it is what it is.
But-
Social media is a we all know that. And so I
Okay,
just,
People
but
just- there's too
still,
much power in
but you could
phones.
have his phone
It's
and
too
you
much.
could not be going through his phone, but go over some stuff you didn't want to see in his phone. How would you handle that?
oh, I would just be going to say something. Who's this?
You went left with the question. You did a second part or part 2 of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next one.
The next question is, do you fear commitment?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Wow.
Now I
off the
do.
that was
bat.
fast.
Now I do.
Absolutely.
Good God Almighty.
Because these days, guys don't want to commit.
Yeah, I think that I'm definitely a very, because I was raised by my dad, I'm an extremely submissive woman, and you know, as far as like cooking, cleaning, doing your laundry, doing all that, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a woman's woman, but I feel like commitment is such a hard thing because women be scared after you've committed to one person and then they dogged you. It'd be like always in the back of your mind, you know, like, are
Yeah,
you gonna
that
dog
too.
me, you know? But I think that I don't think I'm afraid of commitment. I just think that I'm afraid of someone not being as committed as I am.
I'm afraid
Period.
of getting
Yeah.
hurt.
That's
And,
what I think I'm more so afraid of.
I'm afraid of committing to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel
Yeah.
like I can
Come on,
commit, but
Yeah.
what Keith said, to the right person.
To the right person. Because it's like, you know, I give a lot in my relationships. Even my friends tell me all the time. Asia tells me all the time, like, Jenny, the nigga's spoiled, you know? Like, you be giving this nigga a lot. And I'd be like, okay, I'd be trying to take a step back. And like, okay, maybe not do
No,
so
you're good,
much,
do you?
know? But it's like, at the end of the day, if that's what I do and that's what I come with, then I'm going to be wholeheartedly myself.
If
Yeah.
he deserves it, he deserves
And
it.
if he deserves it, then I'm gonna do that. So I think that I don't fear commitment, but I definitely fear someone not giving me and reciprocating what I'm giving.
Anyone else?
One accord.
I could say the same. I don't fear commitments. But you think in the back of your head, like, oh man, what if this doesn't work?
Right.
And that sense of like that failure of that
Right.
relationship not working.
Yeah.
But I think that sometimes people think they're bringing more to the table than they're bringing. And
Hold up.
especially women.
She
I
has
Wow,
the words
especially
today.
Order.
Women do
said
that a
order,
lot.
order.
You think that you're bringing more to the table than you're actually bringing, and that's not what he needs.
Okay.
So
Let's talk
for
about
me, I think that with commitment, it's like, okay, I'm not just trying to be this person's wife.
Right.
I'm trying to be who this person
Needs.
needs. And I need to
Right.
make sure that this person is who I need.
Come on,
Yeah.
soul.
Like if I'm in a bad place, if I'm in a deep place, like my husband's bringing me out of that.
Come
place.
on.
You know what I
Period.
mean? Like,
Period.
there's no question to that. He's taking care of my mental.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
right.
a soulmate now.
Hello.
Hold on.
That's what I need. I'm sitting here like,
I'm starting to catch the Holy Ghost.
But a lot of women do not know how to do that because they're not mentally stable. So women think that they're bringing more to relationships than they really are, and that's where we're
Well,
having
I've had
this
to be.
big problem.
I've had a lot of
real
girlfriends
shit.
come to me and be like, you know, I don't understand why he's doing this. I don't understand why he cheated on me. I don't understand
He's
why he's
doing
leaving
what
me.
you allow him
But
to
he's
do.
doing what
Okay.
you allow him to do. And
That's
also,
real.
when you're not, it might seem very, very. It might seem like kind of cliche, but when you're not taking care of home, and I talk about this on my Instagram all the time, when you're not taking care of home, that nigga's going elsewhere. Period. It don't matter how good the sex is. It don't matter what the circumstance, the chemistry is. If you are not taking care of home, the stuff that's right around here, handling your business,
Or taking care of him.
or just taking
But
care
to
of
be
him,
honest, I
it
think that
just
women
is
always
mental.
they're thinking he's going elsewhere, but he's just going away from you.
Right.
Because you're
Yes,
annoying.
because you're
So
annoying.
that's the thing is-
she said you're annoying.
That's annoying.
But let me get this out because this is what really bothers me about women. We need to like get out of like them always just going to someone else.
Right.
Like he could be going through so many other things.
Yeah,
and you're
he could
worried
just be
about
going to his
the
homeboy's
chick.
house,
Right,
and you
right.
worried about him being with another
Right,
woman.
Right.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not always about him going to someone else or going to deal with someone else. And I think like that just shows like the weakness. If you think like, oh, that first mess up and he's going somewhere else.
Right.
That's the
That's
flaw.
your
Well, I think that's
insecurity.
insecurity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
that's
your
what I'm saying.
insecurity.
Like, we have brought that up several times today. So, do we really think that these
Is
men
that
are
what's
committed?
happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like, okay, if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, if you guys are solid in that whatever, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be your concern.
shouldn't even be your
and
concern.
another woman shouldn't even be your first thought.
Because there
Yeah.
are so many realms in a relationship, and like I said, I was in a relationship for over 7 years, and it was more than just the women. It
Yeah.
was the finances.
See?
It was the mental. It was the spiritual. It was the emotional.
Where are you
It
going?
was
The
the
plan.
affection. It was like so many different.
so many other things. The
like
women was the last thing.
relationships.
That
No,
wasn't
they
even
were a
on the
part
thing.
of it, but it was like there's so many other things in a relationship.
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
So many like
and so
intricate
she's
parts.
right. She's absolutely right. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's men and women. I don't say that. I'm
She's
just saying,
preaching
like, because
today.
women were so
Yeah.
vocal about it, I think that we need to focus on like, hey, I've done this, and that. Like, I can make a clean break from this, knowing that I did everything I
Right.
was supposed to do.
Yeah.
That part. So,
Period.
okay. There
Let's
we are.
move on to the next question.
There it is.
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now.
Wait a minute. Hold
Hold
up.
on
Wait a
now.
minute.
How do you manage to not lose yourself in a relationship, like losing your identity when you're
that's a good
really
one.
just with a man and, you know, they might have a lot going on. Like, how do you not lose yourself? Because I know as women, we tend to really put a lot of, you know, ourselves into our relationships. How do you guys manage to not lose yourself and just lose your identity?
Bria, you have the floor.
I just try to stay busy and try to, you know, if you're always doing something that you can feel good about, then you're not gonna feel like you're shrinking and shriveling under like
Yeah.
a man or in a relationship. Like if you're working and then you got this going on and you gotta go over here and meet this and you're
Right.
busy with your kids and you're doing all this other stuff and taking care of you, naturally you just won't have time to feel that way or like be able to do that. So just making sure that you're always, you know, keep staying busy, I guess.
Have some hobbies.
Right.
Yeah.
Have some stuff going for yourself. Like, just do something.
I think it's always good to just kind of have your own, like Asia say, your own life, like kind of your own little hobbies and things that you do outside of your relationship. I think that's really important for women, especially moms, to kind of get outside of being a mom and being in a relationship and kind of doing that. It's really important just for your health in general. I mean, you know, for the first 3 years, I was really a single mom, you know, and I did not have any support of my baby's dad and his family. So I think after that, I really took full advantage of having that time when his family took her, because I just, you know, I needed that. You know, you need that because if you're not a good person, if you're not mentally in the best place, you can't be the best mom, you can't be the best partner, and you need those things to be a better you. You know, you need to kind of step out and have that time to yourself. So I think that that's really important.
Kiana.
Loving myself, self-care, and I
Yeah.
pour myself into my career.
Absolutely. Yeah.
taking it from a
I
boss.
think that's really good too. Like not pouring everything into like that man, like not working anymore and stuff like that. And I'm not no shade to stay at home moms or people who choose that route.
Right.
But when you're trying to make a clean break, now you're trying to develop a whole nother career so that you can actually take care of yourself. So
Yeah.
if you're not really focused on like your level up while you're married, you're gonna be left with nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that sometimes women, yes, they pour so much into the kids, they pour so much into the man that they forget, like, shoot, I need all these things to be able
Right.
to sustain.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
if this man passes away, we don't think
Come
about
on.
those type of things. Like, it's
Yeah.
not always like, we break
Yeah.
up. Like, if my husband passes away, can I take care
Life
of these
happens.
kids?
You
Yeah.
have to have your
So
own. Yes.
I think like that also helps too, just like not letting go of like what your dreams are and making sure you have like relationship goals and then
Right.
your personal goals as well,
Right.
and you're both supportive of those things.
Right. And in my relationship, well, from my experience, I did lose my identity early on in the relationship. And it wasn't until I finally started to focus on myself, you know, my career, my visions, my goals, the things that I, was passionate about, that's where it became a problem. I had to take a different path, but it's definitely important to focus on yourself and to not lose your identity. You can still have a relationship and love someone, but self-care, like Kiana said, having a close relationship with God and just, standing on, what you believe in, it's important. And, hopefully I'll be able to, in the future, have somebody that will be able to appreciate, me
You will.
being me.
You will.
And
You
then
will.
evolve
You
together.
absolutely
So,
will.
yeah.
Because you deserve that.
And anyone who loves you is not gonna let you lose yourself.
No,
Right.
that's the
support
key.
you.
A real man is gonna be like, get the hell
not gonna
out
let you
and
lose
do what
yourself.
you need to
Yeah.
do. Don't you got some business or what?
I like
They're
get
that.
gonna
out?
remind you, yeah.
Right.
Don't you got something to do?
And support you.
Yes, exactly.
Next question is, how do your friends and family dictate your relationship decisions, if any?
Mines don't.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, we talked about it earlier. I think that there's certain things I just don't tell my family. So therefore they're not going to be involved in some decisions that I make because they don't know nothing about it. I keep them kind of at bay. And as I get older and become more of an adult, I think that I just keep them at bay even more. Number one, because I just feel like me and him got to figure this out on our own. Because at the end of the day, your family's always going to be there. They're not going to be the ones that are going to be in the nitty gritty when things are going wrong, when y'all can't make your rent or whatever the case may be. They're not going to be the ones there. It's going to be you and him. So you don't need to even get them involved, because when it really matters, they ain't going to be able to really make a decision no way, because they're not really involved in that way. So I just keep them at bay, me personally. That way they don't dictate my decisions, and I can make a decision really from the aspect of just me and him.
Well, my friends and family never have made a decision in anything that I've done, but I do overshare with them, or I had previously overshared with them a lot of things that I was going through and stuff like that, because I wanted perspectives and insight, and then I would make the decision on my own, but I never gave my friends and family the power to, and they wanted it. They're like, if you don't listen to what we say, they're like, well, finally. So, no, I never allowed that. Kiana?
No, I can't say that my family makes decisions, but what my family thinks about me is important. I
Yeah,
will not lie to
absolutely.
you. What my family thinks about me is important.
Absolutely.
But they can't dictate who I'm going to be with. They don't always agree with my choices, but
All I see is Dad's face right now. And I hear him saying,
Looking.
Kiana.
Kiana, I ain't playing.
Bria?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. I mean, I'll probably get, like they said, try to get advice here and there, like on certain things, but keep it. I'm always gonna do what I want to do. Everyone.
Are we rebels?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are we rebels?
What's going
I'm
on here?
rebels. I'm scared of my parents.
Okay.
Mine.
I'm just kidding.
Alrighty, so we're gonna wrap this thing up, and we're
One
going
last question.
with the last finale question. Ladies, what do you love about your black men?
Everything.
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 Yeah,
We shouldn't be dry about that.
the way
Okay,
they
we should be
the
quiet.
way they dress.
I like the way
they
they
carry
dress, their
themselves.
skin,
yes,
their
The
hair,
shades.
the lips. I
Ooh.
mean, just everything.
The
that they
voice.
just,
The smell.
the whole swag.
If they take a shower.
The whole persona.
Dead. Not just if they take a shower.
I
mean,
said
yeah,
the smell
hygiene is
if they
key.
take a shower.
Hygiene is
Yeah.
key, y'all.
But pull up on me, say something.
But I honestly think black men also go through a lot that they don't show and people
Yeah.
don't know, and they find a way to keep going. There's so much that people expect
They're very
black men to
resilient.
do.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
like they're
They're
supposed
very
to take care of home.
resilient.
They're supposed to be faithful. They're supposed to be happy when they get home. They're supposed to work a full day.
Right.
They're supposed to make enough money for you
What
to do
else?
what you want to do.
Be with the
They're
homies,
supposed
deal
to
with their problems,
watch your
the
back
kids.
In the street. They're supposed
What else?
to, see
Right.
It's just so much. The
Yeah.
cops are trying to kill them. It's so much.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're really beautiful just for that. And
Yes.
so keep your heads up, black men. We see you, kings.
We see you.
We see you, King.
we love your strength.
We love you.
love you.
Okay. Oh, EB don't have no more Martinellis, y'all. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys. We've had, a few mimosas, so I'm feeling a little woozy. But I'm feeling good. No, I'm feeling good. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. We are rebranding Sister Sundays, as you guys know, and we're just starting something new and fresh. And this is kind of going to be a new thing. We're going to be recording ourselves, going live, doing different little stuff. So please just stay tuned. Tap in to all our Instagram and our we have Anchor. We're gonna be on YouTube. We might even be on
OnlyFans.
Okay.
Oh my.
Come on, taking it to a different
We
level.
might be on OnlyFans.
Stop playing with
We
us.
might have a little lingerie episode
watch,
that
yeah.
might be on OnlyFans. Okay, because we have some things coming. But y'all know my name, Janine Nicole. Period. Come get your makeup done. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Key. Thank you, Bria. Thank you, Evie. We hope that you guys definitely enjoyed the episode.
We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like she said, we are rebranding. We've got a whole new production staff that's amazing.
Shout out to Marquise.
Yes, shout out to
What's
Marquise.
your Instagram, Marquise?
He's gonna put it, I'm sure,
Everyday Stunner.
on the.
What?
But anyway, thank you guys. I'm Jazz the Realtor.
I'm Janine Nicole.
And I'm Asia Ali.
And this is
Sister Sunday.